What was that?
Secrecy, mysteries and spirits from the Cold War await the Most Haunted team as we travel to Essex.
Oh, whoa.
Hello, I'm Yvette Fielding, and this week I've brought my team to a place filled with ghosts, phantoms and secrets. Welcome to Most Haunted and to Kelvedon Hatch Nuclear Bunker.
Hidden in a cloistered wood lies a small, unimposing bungalow with a big secret. Deep underground lies a 3-floored bunker complex intended to provide safety for 600 people in the event of a nuclear strike. Built between 1952 and 1953, during the height of the Cold War, it was part of ROTOR, an urgent government building programme to improve Britain's air defence. The bunker lies 125 feet under the bungalow. Once inside, there is a 100-yard tunnel and 2 further floors situated under the adjacent hill. And it is here that will be the focus of our investigation.
The eeriness of this place only intensifies when you enter many of the rooms, so much so that some visitors often feel very uneasy. Many believe that they are being watched, their own fear preventing them from venturing further. A grey figure has been seen moving from room to room. Witnesses indicate that it appears to be the figure of an unusually tall elderly lady. Loud creaks and crashes are constantly heard at night, thought to be violent spirit activity from a nasty entity waiting to fill anyone who crosses its path with abject fear. The more time you spend down here, the more eerie the feeling. Many are said to have fled in fear at the apparition seen. Dark figures have been witnessed wandering around the sick bay, thought to be the sad departed, still tending to their daily duties. However, this isn't the scariest thing to have been seen down here. There is a negative entity here, some believe to be of a demonic source that engulfs unsuspecting people in a cloak of darkness. So frightening is this phantom and its actions, some people refuse to enter this area. If the stories are to be believed, the whole bunker is a hotbed of paranormal activity. The figure of an RAF officer roams, thought trapped, rerunning his daily duties. Poltergeist activity is rife. Unexplained mists and flashing lights are witnessed, accompanied by a strange growling and foul odour. A scientist who is very unwelcoming to any guests that enter his domain is reported to haunt the site after his untimely death. Some believe many of the hauntings are the work of an evil presence which roams the bunker. So, will we meet this evil? We have one night to find out.
What more can Most Haunted's resident historian Leslie Smith uncover regarding the secrets that lie dormant in this bunker?
From 1952, this bunker started to be developed, along with others across the UK. All of those films you've seen about spies and double agents, it is a dreadful reality when you move from room to room to realise the weight of the knowledge that these people had upon them, held very firmly under the Official Secrets Act. And many believe, because it's only 25 miles from London, that the Prime Minister himself would have come here along with many other civil servants, and those of special skill. There's even a BBC radio station here, and a last attempt to try to communicate with those who may have survived the appalling reality that was the Russian nuclear threat. Interestingly, after this place was decommissioned in 1990, it was sold back at a reasonable price, we understand, to the original farming family who owned this land that had been taken from them under compulsory purchase all those years earlier. There are a number of stories attached to this extraordinary building. The deeper you go into the bunker, right deep down, there is a dark presence there, an evil presence, that rises up and makes the area black. So even if the lights are on, people can't see and stumble about, it's said. We should also bear in mind that some of the dark figures seen flitting around, or that terrible sense of oppression or distress, or certainly the feeling that you're being watched round every corner in the darkness, may go back much further than this bunker. For this county of Essex has an extraordinary history.
With the bunker seemingly host to a multitude of spirits, what can parapsychologist Dr. Kieran O'Keefe, who has in the past conducted his own separate investigation into the bunker, offer in terms of scientific explanation for the alleged supernatural activity?
The nuclear bunker, absolutely fantastic. We have investigated somewhere similar to this, and we did get a lot of activity. How do you think we're going to do tonight?
I think what we've got to be aware of is this is a much, much bigger bunker than the previous one we investigated.
Also, we don't know what was here before the nuclear bunker was built. So again, maybe some of the dark shadows, the presence, the evil presence that we're picking up on is something to do with what was here before. Maybe there was a building here before we don't know anything about.
Yeah, it's a very good point. We're always talking about layers when we come to location. And you're right, we don't have enough information about what was here before. But also, I don't know if we have sufficient information about the people that would have come and gone in this particular bunker. Like I said, if somebody sees a dark shadow and they immediately say, oh, I think it's a doctor. Is it a doctor? Is it a communications person, a secretary, politician? Who was it that's actually there?
There's also a lot of poltergeist activity reported here. When you came to investigate this place before, did you experience any poltergeist activity?
To be honest, no. Although I'm the worst person to ask that.
Yes.
You know, there's this idea that, you know, even though I am a skeptic, people say I'm too close-minded and therefore things won't happen to me. Again, the focus of the investigation for me was down here. A lot of the other stories, I have to be a little bit skeptical about them because it's a renowned place for haunting experiences and poltergeist experiences, but a lot of that has come from frequent visits from various groups, but also public events. And I wonder how much of the stories that we're hearing are each subsequent group building on the previous group's experience. So if one person experiences something they think is poltergeist activity, then another group comes in and they go, yeah, we got the same, yeah, we got the same. And it's just kind of building into this great story.
Well, already I can say one of our crew members, Stuart, has actually seen something, or a person in uniform telling him to get out. Now, there's nobody in uniform that I'm aware of, or if you're aware of. So already in the daylight, we've already had something you're already describing, where people are seeing things and experiencing things. But I totally believe Stuart. I mean, he's quite shaken up by it.
And this is in do you know which particular area? In the corridor area? Or?
I think it was further down towards the end of the corridor.
Because it's also quite significant where I think he had the experience. It's not on one of the upper floors where you have some of the exhibitions. And all right, I don't think you see any mannequins with uniforms that could be mistaken, you know, for a figure. But still, if you're in some of the upper areas, we have to be careful tonight as a team that we don't misinterpret seeing a mannequin out the corner of our eye as a moving figure.
No, because we don't like mannequins that move, do we, Kieran? They make you very upset. Make you jump.
I just don't like mannequins.
I know you don't.
Whether they're moving or not, I just don't like them.
OK, so that'll be you going off.